was so blown away whenever I heard this one story. I had such a fascinating job. I was so lucky to be literally at the mouth of Wall Street, where all these traders have their accounts at Fido, and I get to sit down with this one really fascinating guy who was a trader, a $2 broker originally, and then he ended up, which is basically somebody who trades his own book, but will take trades for other people. For those of you who don't know. And he ended up getting bought by Fidelity. They leased his seat, and so he was just trading directly for them for quite a while. And I asked him how he got his start, and he was telling me about how he was going to get drafted. He knew it. He wasn't going to school. He was going to get drafted, and so he got off. He was on the bus, and he got off the wrong exit and ran into a buddy who happened to be a trade runner, who was a runner for a guy on the exchange. He goes, "Hey, my buddy needs it." And he's a guy from Brooklyn. I mean, God, so many of those guys are from Brooklyn on the floor in the New York Exchange. And just how he got started, and you just, at first you really actually think about it as like, wow, that was just a lucky place to be. But then I asked him about, how he separated himself from just being a runner to actually getting his own trading in, and it was all math. It was like he just had that amazing aptitude, because and what I didn't even think about was like, if you're a crude trader, but you see that there's a price discrepancy in natural gas, you can cross this contract with this contract and then make some, and it's just like, I was like,
yeah, I had a few friends like this too. Some being in Chicago, the Board of Trade, I had some friends in like the soybean option pits and stuff. These were guys who were really great at fractions, like scarily good at fractions. So it would be the kind of thing where we'd be out at a bar, and this guy who was like the smartest one of all of us and really good at math would be like creating hedges against people finishing their drinks. Be like, Tom, like, I'm gonna bet you, $50 that like you can't finish that drink before, Bob over here. He's like, you're gonna be able to finish that before he finishes half of that. But if neither of them do it, he would create these like complex hedges, and he would just win. He's one of these guys that was really he was great at fractions, like really, really sharp. And you'd look at him, and you just wouldn't think it. But he was a rock star on the floor. For as long as that business was there. So it's pretty remarkable how some people find their way into that business, and then certain some of them have certain skills that really just allow them to excel, whether that might be like nerves of steel, or just math, or some combination thereof. But.
Yeah.